Do you remember when Christmas meant draped tinsel and ceramic trees? The 1960s and 70s festivities held habits that seemed truly timeless back then. Now, we will explore 25 holiday traditions that have largely vanished from our contemporary celebrations. Do you remember when Christmas trees were made of metal and changed colors on their own? The aluminum specialty company sold over 1 million of these every year by 1965. Cost you $25 back then, about $250 today. You'd buy yours at Sears or JCPenney in silver, pink, gold, even blue. Dad assembled those branches by number, each one sliding into color-coded sleeves. The whole thing felt cold and stiff to touch, nothing like a real tree. Then came the magic part, that motorized color wheel for an extra $10. You positioned it 6 feet away, plugged it in, dimmed all the lights. That whirring sound as it started spinning, the room bathing in red, blue, green, yellow. Families gathered in darkened living rooms just watching that wheel rotate, kids mesmerized, counting how long each color lasted. Then Charlie Brown's Christmas special mocked them in 1965, and the public turned overnight. Today's pre-lit artificial trees can't match that space-age shimmer. That futuristic dream vanished completely. Can you still smell beeswax and pine sap heating together? 30% of rural families still clipped real candles onto branches in the early 1960s. Those clip-on holders cost $0.25 each at the hardware store. Special Christmas tree candles in red, white, and green came in boxes of 12 for 50 cents. You'd stand there breathless when Dad lit them, that soft, flickering golden light dancing across the room. Nothing electric could ever match. But the whole family stood watch, never leaving them alone. 15, maybe 20 minutes of burning on Christmas Eve only. Dad hovering with a wet towel ready, bucket of water stationed nearby. Grandmother told her German stories while those flames flickered, children forbidden to touch, everyone holding their breath. Then multiple high-profile fires changed everything by 1970, insurance companies cracking down hard. Today's LED bulbs are safer, sure, but they'll never capture that breathtaking danger. That sacred fire has been extinguished forever. Remember waking in darkness, knowing presents waited under the tree, but church came first? 65% of Christian households through 1965 made this non-negotiable. Morning services at 8 or 9 a.m. on December 25th, churches reporting 85% capacity every Christmas morning. You dressed in Sunday clothes while coffee brewed, those wrapped presents visible as you left the house. Sitting on cold pews, watching stained glass catch morning light, every hymn feeling endless. Mom's firm hand prevented any early present opening. The deal was clear. Church first, then breakfast, then gifts. You'd race home afterwards still in church clothes, that anticipation building for hours while the minister mercifully kept his sermon short. Christmas Eve services took over by the mid-1970s as parents prioritized kids' experience over religious obligation. Today's casual approach lets kids tear into presents at dawn. That spiritual discipline before joy vanished completely. Remember when Charlie Brown aired once, just once, and if you missed it, you waited a whole year? The special premiered in 1965, airing December 9th at 7 p.m. only. Rudolph came on one night, first week of December. TV guide circled, dates written on the family calendar. 50 million viewers tuned in for single airings. You'd sit on the floor in pajamas, inches from that glowing screen. Special treats allowed, popcorn, hot cocoa. Phone calls were forbidden during the special. The entire family gathered around that single TV set, Mom shushing everyone during favorite parts. Next day at school, every kid discussed the same episode because everyone watched together. VCRs arrived in the late 1970s and killed it all. Recording, rewatching, no urgency anymore. Today's streaming makes every special disposable. Always available, never precious. That sacred appointment with television has vanished completely. Your fingers stayed stained red from cranberry juice for days. Popcorn cost 10 cents a pound. Fresh cranberries, 30 cents. Average families made 20 to 30 feet of garland every year, taking 2 or 3 evenings of work. Dad popped the corn, kids strung it, Mom supervised. Needle pricks in your fingertips were inevitable. Those cranberries would pop and squirt when you pierced them, that smell of stale popcorn mixing with tart berries. The strings stretched across the living room, growing longer each night while Christmas music played on the radio. Grandmother taught the traditional spacing, 2 popcorns, 1 cranberry. You'd compete for the longest unbroken string, thread constantly tangling in your hands. Plastic garlands became cheap and reusable by 1980, and working parents just didn't have the time anymore. Today's pre-made decorations go up in minutes. That sticky-fingered evening ritual has disappeared completely. Remember cold night air? Your breath visible while singing? Snow crunching underfoot between houses? 40% of neighborhoods had organized carolyn groups through 1969. Churches distributed song sheets, scheduled routes. Groups of 15 to 30 people, all ages, expected between 6 and 8 p.m. on specific December nights. Warm lights spilled from open doors, the smell of hot cocoa offered at certain homes, voices echoing in that crisp winter air. Neighbors you barely knew opened doors smiling. Some houses gave quarters or dollar bills for the church. Everyone knew which house had the best treats. You'd stop at the elderly widow's house, knowing she waited all year for this moment. Crime fears and stranger danger culture killed it by the mid-1980s. Answering your door to strangers became unsafe. Today's neighborhoods stay locked up tight, nobody home anyway. That warm community connectedness has vanished completely. Remember that distinctive orange or red Christmas Club passbook? 40% of American families participated through 1972. You'd deposit $1 to $5 every Friday, about $10 to $50 today. That money locked until October, couldn't touch it early. Dad's weekly banking ritual, that smell of wood paneling and paper money. The teller knew you by name, asked about your family. That thunk sound when the stamp hit your passbook. The balance grew week by week, anticipation building. October arrival of that check felt like a windfall, 3 to 5% interest included. Mom planned all year based on that Christmas Club total. Credit cards killed it all. Instant gratification replaced patient saving. By 1990, only 15% of banks still offered it. Today's buy now, pay later apps are the exact opposite. That disciplined saving ritual has vanished completely. Remember the smell of envelope glue you licked? Average families sent 75 to 150 cards every year in the 1960s and 70s. Cards cost $2 to $5 per box of 25, about 20 to 50 today. Stamps were 6 cents in 1968, 8 by 1974. Mom sat at the dining table every December night for a week, her hand cramping from writing addresses. That sound of cards being sorted by zip code, inky fingerprints from leaky pens. You'd check the mail daily, excited for returned cards displayed on mantels and door frames. Elaborate tracking, who sent last year, who didn't. Handwritten personal notes to close friends. Each card triggered memories. Oh, the Johnsons! Email and social media killed it by 2000. Facebook made annual updates constant. Stamps got expensive. Working parents had no time. Today's group text with a tree emoji takes 5 seconds. That handwritten connection has vanished completely. Remember that weight in your hands? 5 to 8 pounds of glazed ceramic, cool and smooth. Peak popularity hit 1968 through 1976. Ceramic mold kits sold at craft stores for $8 to $12. Unpainted molds cost $3 to $5 if you supplied your own paints. Glazing and kiln firing at the local craft shop ran another $5 to $7. That light kit with bulb and cord added $4 to $6 more. Colored plastic bulbs clicked into holes, casting rainbow glow across the room. You'd feel the warmth from that internal light bulb after hours of running. Smell that heated ceramic and plastic mix. Mom displayed hers with such pride on the TV, coffee table, side table. Women compared glaze colors at church basement classes, trading tips. One drop destroyed it forever. Today's mass-produced versions lack that personal touch. That handcrafted pride has vanished completely. Remember that weight when it arrived? 3 pounds of catalog, 600 pages total. The toy section alone ran over 200 pages. Mailed to homes every early November, 35 million copies at peak in the early 1970s. You checked the mailbox daily, that announcement echoing through the house. Wish Book's here. The smell of fresh newsprint and ink. Sound of those thick, glossy pages turning. Hours spent studying each toy photograph. You'd circle items with pen or pencil, fighting siblings over custody. Dog-eared pages marked your favorites by December. That specific texture of worn paper under your fingertips. Mom would say, circle what you want, not what you're getting. Dad studied the tool section while you obsessed over toys. Internet shopping killed it in 1993 after 60 years. Today's kids scroll Amazon with no patience, no anticipation. That reverent catalog ritual has vanished completely. Remember those mesmerizing bubbles rising slowly through colored tubes? Invented in 1946, peak popularity hit 1960 through 1975. Cost you $8 to $15 per string of 7 lights back then. Methylene chloride liquid inside glass tubes required 20 to 30 minutes warm-up before bubbling started. You'd sit inches from the tree, transfixed, watching impatiently. That slight electrical hum of warming bulbs, heat you could feel on your hands nearby, colored liquid finally starting to move. Dad showed off those bubble lights to every guest with such pride. You'd time how long until bubbles started, argue which color bubbled best. Red, green, blue, or gold. 1 or 2 never bubbled right, damaged somehow, but you kept them anyway. Methylene chloride got identified as toxic, banned by the early 1980s. Manufacturing costs skyrocketed with new regulations, hard to find by 1990. Today's LED reproductions just don't capture it. That hypnotic bubble magic has vanished completely. Remember flickering golden light visible from the street? Colonial tradition continued through the 1960s in the Northeast. Real candles in brass or pewter holders placed on windowsills, standard until the early 1970s. Electric window candles introduced in 1965 cost $8 to $12 each, way too expensive for most families. You'd smell melting wax throughout the house, see dripping wax damaging windowsills permanently, feel that warmth rising from the flames. Curtains pulled back carefully because of fire risk. Dad's ritual, lighting all windows at 5 p.m. sharp. Mom watching nervously, checking curtain proximity constantly. You were forbidden near windows when candles were lit, but you'd walk the neighborhood, seeing other houses' candles glowing. Insurance companies cracked down hard by the mid-1970s after several high-profile holiday fires. Electric candles dropped to $3 to $5, safer and practical. Today's LED versions offer the same look with zero risk. That dangerous, beautiful tradition has vanished completely. Remember the weight of lead tinsel? Heavy, hung perfectly straight. That cool, smooth, metallic feel between your fingers. Lead-based tinsel sold until 1972, then banned for toxicity. Box of 2,000 strands cost $1 to $2, about $10 to $15 today. Each strand placed individually by hand took 2 to 3 hours to complete the tree. Static electricity made strands stick to your hands, your clothes, everything. That shimmer when tree lights hit tinsel, finding strands in carpet until June. Each person got assigned a tree section for icicle placement. Perfectionist mom rearranged your sections after you finished. The debate raged. Clump versus individual strand? Grandma's technique, drape gently, let gravity work its magic. Dad threw handfuls when mom wasn't looking. Forbidden, but so much faster. Aluminum replacement in 1973 didn't drape right. Too light, frustrating. Cats ate it constantly. Veterinary emergencies every season. Today's pre-decorated trees skip it entirely. That shimmering perfection has vanished completely. Remember that smell of the storage room when picking up your package? 45% of Christmas purchases made via layaway in 1970. Mom's payment envelope with cash inside, visiting the store every week. Typical terms, 10 to 20% down, pick up by December 20th. Missed a payment and you lost your deposit completely. That sound of the clerk stamping your payment card, wrapping paper smell on retrieved packages, weight of them in your arms after final payment. Mom started layaway in September or October. Gifts already purchased and waiting while you had no idea. The clerk knew you by name from those weekly visits. Pride of paying cash with no credit card debt. Dad's relief when that layaway balance finally hit zero. Credit cards killed it all. Instant gratification replaced patient planning. Stores preferred credit card interest to layaway fees. Today's buy now, pay later apps are impulse, not discipline. That earned anticipation has vanished completely. Remember that smell of hot sugar syrup filling the entire house? Sweet, distinct, unmistakable. Traditional Southern and Midwestern Christmas candy, extremely humidity sensitive, wouldn't set if conditions weren't perfect. Made only during dry, cold December weeks. Required egg whites, sugar, corn syrup, pecans. 45 minutes of active cooking time. That sound of the electric mixer whipping egg whites loud and long. You'd watch the candy thermometer anxiously. Had to hit exactly 240 degrees Fahrenheit, not a degree more or less. Grandmother taught the recipe, one generation to the next. Mom tested the weather before even attempting it. Kids forbidden to bump the counter, risk of collapse too high. That fluffy, cloud-like texture melting in your mouth. Pecan pieces studding white candy. Adults-only cooking too dangerous for kids. Time-intensive tradition didn't fit modern schedules. Central heating made humidity unpredictable. Recipe failure rate discouraged attempts. Today's store-bought fudge takes zero skill, zero patience. That sweet labor of love has vanished completely. Remember sticky white paste on your fingers? That distinctive smell, slightly sweet, filling the classroom every December. Standard activity in elementary schools from the 1950s through 1980s. Universal experience for every kid. Each student made 20 to 50 loops using construction paper, paste, and scissors. Chains hung across classrooms, down hallways. You'd take yours home the last day before break. Sound of scissors cutting paper strips, rough texture of construction paper, paste drying crusty on hands and desks. Competition raged for longest chain in class. Every room had that one kid eating paste, we all remember. Teacher cut strips ahead of time while you worked. Slower students got help from classmates, everyone pitching in. You carried that chain home so carefully on the bus, Mom pretending it was beautiful, even though it wasn't. Separation of church and state killed it. Schools reducing holiday activities. Teachers pressured for testing prep instead. Today's classrooms skip handmade crafts entirely. That simple creative joy has vanished completely. Remember that crackle and static while finding your AM station? Peak years ran 1960 through 1975. Cost $15 to $40 back then. about $150 to $400 today. Sony, Panasonic, GE, RCA, those brands meant everything. That smooth plastic casing, some with leather wrap, surprising weight in your palm. Sound of the tuning dial clicking through stations, earphone cord tangling constantly, batteries rattling when you shook it, specific call letters memorized by heart. Teens clutched that radio like a lifeline through the music world. Permission to have it in your bedroom was a major privilege. Your parents couldn't control what you heard anymore. You'd fall asleep Christmas night to the top 40 countdown, radio tucked under your pillow. Dad tested it Christmas morning to make sure it worked. Mom worried the music would corrupt you. Sony Walkman killed it in 1979. Then boomboxes, CD players, iPods, smartphones followed. Today's kids stream everything instantly with zero static. That gateway to independence has vanished completely. Remember that blinding flash of the bulb going off? That smell of burnt flashbulb, metallic, sharp, unmistakable. Standard tradition in 70% of households through 1965. Dad set up the tripod, camera with timer, flashbulbs costing $1.50 for a pack of 12, about $15 today. Film development took 7 to 10 days, cost $3 to $5. Everyone dressed in church clothes or new Christmas outfits. Single shot, no retakes. Sound of that timer ticking before Dad rushed into position. You held perfectly still for 10 seconds. Stiff new clothes scratching your skin, everyone shouting, "Don't blink!" That burnt flashbulb stayed too hot to touch for minutes afterward. 3 or 4 attempts to get the good one. Mom straightening collars between shots, fixing hair. You couldn't open presents until the photo was completed. Grandma insisted everyone needed to be presentable. Polaroids changed everything. Then digital phones eliminated the one-shot pressure completely. Today's pajama photos lack all formality. That documented dignity has vanished completely. Remember that itchy bathrobe as your shepherd costume? That smell of mothballs from borrowed robes filling the sanctuary. Standard Christmas program in 80% of churches through 1975. Every kid participated regardless of acting ability. You rehearsed 4 to 6 weeks before Christmas. Costumes were bathrobes, towel head coverings, tinsel halos made from coat hangers. Hot stage lights in unair-conditioned churches. Your towel slipping down mid-performance. Sound of nervous kids forgetting their memorized lines. Mom sewed your angel costume from a bedsheet. Shepherd staffs were tinfoil-covered cardboard. Kids forgot lines while someone whispered prompts from offstage. Baby Jesus was obviously a doll, looking completely fake under those lights. Wise men tripped on robes walking down the aisle, while every grandparent beamed with pride. Post-pageant punch and cookies in the church basement, that was the real reward. Smaller congregations and time pressures killed it by 2000. Professional theater replacing amateur charm. Today's polished productions lack heart. That awkward, beloved performance has vanished completely. Remember that theme song? Immediately recognizable. Aired annually 1955 through 1982 on ABC. Saturday night broadcast typically mid-December. 50 million viewers at peak in the 1960s and 70s. That bubble machine, accordion music dominant, wholesome entertainment your grandparents required you to watch. Singers in sparkly formal wear, grandpa conducting with his invisible baton from the armchair. That specific TV glow illuminating Christmas decorations, squeaky clean aesthetic feeling painfully dated even then. Visiting grandparents' Christmas week meant watching Lawrence Welk. No escape, no negotiations. Kids forced to sit through it while Grandma commented, "Such nice music." Dad snuck away to read the newspaper. You knew every guest performer by name because you'd seen them year after year. Respectful silence required during performances. Lawrence Welk died in 1992. Musical tastes shifted dramatically. Cable offered unlimited alternatives. Today's younger generations have never even heard his name. That wholesome entertainment obligation has vanished completely.